Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. So last time we finished up on the Agri World Janus, kind of putting the governor, I think she was, down because she was the worshipper of Slaanesh, more or less. We got a new follower here, Yarlet, who is more or less a, I hate to say it, but better version of a sniper than me. They have a really cool skill that allows them to auto-hit a target when their next turn rolls around, and that doesn't count as their attack for that action, and otherwise they basically have every skill that I have. So they get basically an extra attack that action. They also, just because of their backgrounds and stuff, have, I think this is Eldari, yeah, an Eldari weapon proficiency, and have a fast track for Dukiri weapon proficiency. Normally all the other characters have to be level 22, and she could just take that whenever she wanted. So she can use a lot of fun weapons. That's why she has Eldari weapons. She has an Eldari last sniper rifle right now that does more damage than me, and she has a shuriken catapult, but she did come with a just Eldari long rifle. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I did respec a few people just because of a few things I misunderstood or just noticed I did badly. Like Abelard here, I took the shield proficiency on him because I thought that would help, having the shield take up more than not both slots here, but realistically I'm not going to change that shield out. So I switched that out for one that when he blocks, he now counterattacks with shield bash, giving him another counterattack option. I respect Argenta again, unfortunately, because one of her skills that I had taken before, what it was supposed to do is if I attacked with, it didn't say it was melee only, first of all, but when I attacked with like a piercing weapon or a bolt weapon, which it would knock the target down and it would do various effects based on what weapon she attacked with. But whenever I activated it, she could not attack with a ranged weapon, which I found very weird, and I found out very late after taking the ability. I'm like, well, if she can't use her first ability for her Arc Militant, that's kind of worthless to me, so I switched it out for Wildfire here. So her next attack this turn will cost 0 AP. It will not count towards the attack limit, so she can do an extra attack, which may be useful. And the cost of this ability is reduced by 1 AP for every 4 stacks of versatility to a minimum of 1. So realistically, I can just use Wildfire like along into a fight, because she's already using a lot of shots by doing, like, every time she does single shot and then burst fire, she gains extra versatility. So she's already building that up a lot. But while I was respecking them, I noticed that I had this extra option to talk about with Janus, so I kind of wanted to do this before moving on. So have you ever heard of the name Fiery Reckoning? From what I can tell, it's a Voidship of some sort. There is mention of it on one of Theodora's documents I found. He thinks for a moment, pursing his lips in concentration. I'm afraid it is not immediately familiar to me, your lordship. Please allow me a moment. He starts rapidly tapping on the screen of his data slate. I say, House von Valancius did indeed sign a contract with the owners of the vessel with the designation Fiery Reckoning. There are transactions, records of ships picking up cargo from Kavia Gamma. This is odd. The data log ends there. Apparently the ship had some interactions with one of the workshops on your industrial world. I beg your pardon, your lordship, but that is the extent of the assistance I can provide you with regard with this particular matter. So we need to look into that more, but okay. And I think that's all I can kind of do. So let's go back to this, the star systems. I was curious of why There's a question mark there. Looks like there's everything done here. I'm wondering if I should put one of my... I think I only have like 2 or 3 of the extractors down for plasteel, but I have 5 plasteel right now, so I think I should be fine. But a lot of places are kind of hungry for that. Nah, we'll keep going. And then we can chart new routes. See where to go from here. I wanted to go this way, but I'm assuming maybe I have to go up and then left? Let's go to the Pulvis Platinum. I'm not going to make it unsafe, or safe, so let's just travel this way and see what happens. The tranquility of the warp jump was disturbed by reports of frightening sounds and visions that descended on the crew. Hundreds of people reported knocking and screaming behind the bulkheads of the void vessel. Sound of nails scratching against the hull and the elongated Aldari-like shadows thrashing along the long passageways. Phenomena were most prominent in the far corner of the officer deck where the Lord Captain's companion named Yarlette made her home. Ship got through fine though, so that's fine. Lord Captain, the Vox system intercepted a distress signal coming from an Imperial vessel. The system contains a ship that belongs to the interplanetary fleet of Dargonus, the capital of the Von Valencius dynasty. Transmission is repeated at regular intervals, but message itself is corrupted. A cacophony of requests for help, groans, and shouts. What in the world? It is your name that they are shouting, Lord Captain. Oh, gutted void ship and a lot of space dust. Let's go to the void ship then, if they are, in trouble. You know, as much as I like Yarlette, she's basically a carbon copy of my main character, so I'm just going to bring Idira instead, and we'll go with that. Oh,
The deck crew who served on the blight-stricken ship have been deleted from Memorial Prayer Code. In view of their shameful non-resistance to defilement, martyr status is denied.
Really?
Do you seriously think those madmen don't count as martyrs? Becoming a living patch on a ship captured by a demon. Could anyone devise a more horrible death? The thought turns my stomach.
So there's a sword there, there's some last guns. Can hear fighting in the background. Person's body is covered in unpleasant growths, scabs, and ulcers. They look like fresh mutations. Oh. Hi, guys.
Your
Spitter mutant.
are in vain.
Mutated enforcer. Agile mutant. So yeah, everyone here is mutated. Let's put Cassia there. Pascal, you can get behind this. That way you can shoot and have your bird go wherever. Main character is going to go here. Idira. I was going to say, does this stuff actually count as cover? But it doesn't really look like it. We can put Idira, or not Idira, It says there was 11, but I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So where's 10, 11, 12? Or 10, 11? Unless I'm just bad at counting. Now if we put Argenta here, she can burst fire these guys. And Abelard can take these guys out. Let's go. Alright, Cassia. Let's have some fun here. We got 5 actions. So what I'm gonna do is voice a command on Argenta, upping her base stats here. We're going to take aim on Argenta.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And then I'm going to bring it down on her. That being said, I should do my stratagems. This way she gets cover reduction or dodge reduction. Plus crit rate on the MC and Cassia. And frontline just takes more damage, so we'll put that on these two. Then, Air of Authority, giving Cassia more AP. And bring it down on Argenta, rather. Okie dokie, Furious Recital.
Without deeds is worthless.
70% chance, 70. That's a minimum 1. Okay. Because I can only shoot once, right? Let me double check this. I'm pretty sure you can only fire one shot around, unless I do run and gun. So, we could maybe do that. If I take this guy out, we might hit the guy in back. So let's burst fire the Agile Mutant.
I refuse.
Then we can run and gun, lowering the AP of our next shot.
Doubt is for the weak.
Run, say, right here.
Bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
And then I can pop whoever we need to. But I'm not going to do too much damage, so we'll just hit the mutated enforcer there.
Commands, I act. Protect me.
Well, that's the thing. Spontaneous mutation. What does that do?
Just a minor setback.
Well, that knockdown is not cool.
Injured. I'm enraged.
That spit hurts. Okay, what's spontaneous mutation? Permanent. Touch of the Warp grants mutation to random every round, may heal, damage, blind, or grant foreboding. Okay. That is iffy. Alright, well, we need to get out of melee range here. Let's get dodge reduction, concentrated fire. Yeah.
Faith without deeds is
Actually, let's get
worthless.
rid of that stupid spitter mutant right here because they frickin' hurt. $67, yeah. Get rid of the spitter. Revel and Slaughter, which means I can do run and gun. Get behind some sort of cover here.
Guided by faith.
Hit the Agile Mutant. Get some more versatility.
Emperor protect me.
Looks like you missed. Again. Cool.
I can handle this.
Yikes. Double yikes. I didn't even get an action there. They're really fast.
From the ashes.
Argenta's gonna go down to that before I get an action.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
I'll do what it takes.
At least they're not hurting Pascal bad. Ooh.
This way.
That was almost bad. Alright, we'll see how we can do this. I only have a 43 there. The cruddy thing is, unless I move out of cover here, even if I do, I can take this mutant out. Okay. So yeah, let's move right here. I have a good view of the battlefield, and I won't hit Argenta then, and I can hit these guys down. We're going to... only tier 2s. Mutated Enforcer will still mark.
Guides me.
With our bounty, we are going to try to take down the Agile Mutant right here. So that's going to be a... Analyze.
Guidance.
A surefire plan. And if I Deadeye, we get over penetration to hit the rust.
I will blood-soaked tribute.
And then if I... I'm pretty sure I can almost take out one of these guys. So if I surefire plan into... claim the bounty on this one here, he goes down. So surefire plan, but we'll also do perfect spot just for the cover efficiency and all that jazz.
I will not.
Then claim bounty and let's take out one of the guys right by Argenta. Oh, we didn't crit. Alright, Pascal. We're gonna do some shenanigans here. Soaring Strafe. I don't see the squares very well. It looks like I can only... If I do this, I hit all of them. Or at least 2 of them. I take down one guy, probably. There we go. Then... we're gonna obstruct vision. The mutated enforcer. We can't see him. Gotcha. Oh no, target cell is inaccessible. What? Oh no. So we can target him and then we'll just do that. Didn't exactly get what I wanted, but that's fine. Then... harsh shove pushes enemy away.
Request approved.
Bonk. Oh, it knocked him prone too. Cool.
My vow is to serve.
And we'll do joint analysis. Cassia. Pascal. You're gonna get people out of stuff. So, Air of Authority. And then... I was hoping to Littlest Stare here. And hit a few people. It looks like I can't hit all the ones I want, but I can still hit these two. The ones by Abelard. Or no, the ones that took out Idira and whoever's right here, the Spitter Mutant. And then we'll bring it down on Pascal, who has 3 AP, which means I can use Obstruct Vision, I can use Soaring, and I can use his pistol shot. So Soaring is going to look like going from here to here, hitting both of these two. Did it actually take both of them out? No, the mutated enforcer has one, but somehow took this guy out. Who had full health, I thought. This guy bleeds out. So we can take soaring down to the spitter down here. And I'm going to have him try to spit this way and maybe hit the agile, but I doubt it. Ah, parry. Thought I had more AP. Did I use obstruct vision too many times? Okay. Go Abelard, get that blocked hit. You know what? Just toss the grenade.
I act.
Parry that and... Oh, I thought you'd get a second one.
Worse.
He's not in defensive stance, so he doesn't get the attack back.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
You're okay, Abelard.
Protect your daughter.
Okay, Abelard defensive stance.
My duty.
Taunt all these guys so they go at you. Then power swing. Hitting those two by you. Going to try to parry both of them. Okay. Oh. Whenever he died, he made that pool. Well, I can try to hit both of these two. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna Deadeye that. Try to get that overpen.
My demise.
And that's all I can do, I think. Pascal. Going to soaring and hit the agile merchant right here.
Activated.
We're going to obstruct vision
Setting target parameters.
on the mutated enforcer right here. I think we can do dismantling attack on this enforcer right here, who's now bleeding. And we can do another obstruct. Which somehow worked, okay.
Shall become like fire.
We are hurting bad. That was bad. Got 3 4 traumas on her somehow. I'm not sure how that worked out. Thankfully the ship is right there, so we can go back for some emergency, like, healing. Improved flak vest might help. Chain axe. Not sure that's better than what we're using on Abelard. Nah, I got better range and same damage. The only difference was a certain strike with chain axe would do bleeding. I suppose it could have been used on Cabela, but eh. Just body gloves. Okay. So, what armor are we using here? 45, like, sheep. She's fine. This is like 30? Yeah. I can send that to cargo. And then we can send flak vest to cargo. I think it said there's loot over here. Yeah. Tech use Pascal.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
And we can send that one to cargo. And then House Cassini. All allies targeted by Navigator gain 3 MP on next turn. Allies targeted by Navigator's powers gain 7 to all characteristics until Navigator's next turn. Bonus stacked and is prolonged until Navigator's next turn every time. That is probably better than House Orcello staff, yeah? I don't have House Orcello staff. I have a Bloodhound staff, which I don't really use. Okay, cool. And then 5 willpower, 10 perception is probably a bonus. Books and items of luxury. God Emperor delivers us. Goods right here. Just cargo. Clear a passage with athletics. I'll do that after I heal the trauma, just so I don't like space and forget it. Because holy hell. I'm not sure how we got 4 traumas from that. But we got 4 traumas on Argenta. And we were right there. So it was like, I could get rid of it. Alright, clear passage.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Thank you, Abelard. Oh, that does not look good. This does not look good at all. Close ranks. Do not let them get to the sarcophagus. What? Oh, he has a last gun. Yeah, some of these guys are heavily mutated. Look at that arm there. They're getting annihilated. Oh, look at that warp splash.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Navigator. The leader of the ravaged ship crew wipes the sweat from his brow in a motion of characteristic of navigators, not with his whole hand, but with 2 fingers moving from right to back as not to touch his third eye by accident. This movement is the only sign of fatigue he allows himself. His posture is immaculate, his shoulders wide, eyes front, as if he did not just emerge from a grueling battle and is simply greeting you on the bridge on an uneventful day. My greetings, your lordship. There is no need for introductions. I know the heir of Von Valancius by sight. I am Han of House Cassini, navigator on this vessel and the senior surviving officer. I assumed command after the incident. Lady Navigator, what an unexpected and pleasant meeting, considering the circumstances. I have not had the honor of being personally acquainted with you, but of course I know the emblem of House Orcello. How fares the Honorable Regent? Cassia Orcello. Cordiality will not disguise the ice-blue coldness of your words, Navigator Han. However, I will tell Regent Arnato that you inquired about after his health. You may pass on my best wishes to Novator Cassini. And now let us set pleasantries aside. I'm sure the rogue trader would like to ask you a few questions. As Han speaks, the others glare at you with dour attention. Up close, you can plainly see that every one of them is a mutant. Their faces and bodies bear the mark of incredibly grotesque deformities, the same as the muttering madman who attacked you. However, Han's associates seem perfectly clear-eyed, showing no sign of madness. What happened to the ship and the crew? The ship was assigned to the port of Dargana. Some time ago, the captain was instructed to deliver a package, urgently, by hand, to you, your lordship. We were even shown a pic of your face. The navigator's voice seems calm, yet there is tension in his eyes, which are trained on you. The disaster struck during the warp jump. I will never know all the details, as I was preoccupied with my primary duties. However, for some reason, the captain decided to open the package that, as you may have noticed, had most of the destructive impact on the crew. So this was meant for me. The package contained a chaos artifact, a chaos bomb, if you will. The moment it was removed from its protective cocoon, the crew began to lose their minds and mutate. First to be affected was the captain, the senior officers, but the effect spread with incredible speed. Every deck was consumed by it, every last one. Raging mutants, no longer sane, damaged many systems. The ship was in distress and would have almost certainly been destroyed had I not resorted to making an emergency exit from the warp. People you see here are the only survivors, or rather the only ones who were able to retain both lives and sanity. I gathered everyone I could, isolated the source of danger, and sent out a distress signal. We were adrift, waiting for help to come in fighting off mad crew members. Then you arrived. So the Chaos Bomb package was meant for me. Do you know who sent it? As far as I'm aware, the order came from Conrad Voigtger, the master of whispers in the rogue trader's retinue. It's likely he arranged the delivery either personally or through intermediaries. I don't think they know he's a traitor yet. That blasted traitor beat us to Darganas and is now free to act with impunity. It would not surprise me to find out that this was work of sorcery. How else would he have reached the world in such short time? Your reaction suggests that you were not expecting a package of this sort. It is good to know. We almost convinced myself that the rogue trader was deliberately collecting rogue artifacts. No, I am not tainted by chaos, and I know nothing of this package. I beg your pardon, your lordship. I saw that terrible death of the entire crew with my own eyes. I was forced to bring out the ship out of the warp by a means of an emergency maneuver, and then I had to fight my former comrades. Insane and twisted. I am tired. However, the sender wanted all of this. He makes a sweeping gesture at the destruction and the corpses of crew member around him to happen to your crew and not ours. Were you not affected by mutations and madness? Well, that depends. I was born mutant, you see. Navigators are taught to resist the influence of chaos, and so I have been, as best I could, but to be frank with you, I am not certain that I have avoided it completely. There have been no visible indications yet. All signs point to him telling the truth, but you also notice clear evidence of just how difficult it is for him to struggle against the corruption. He is extremely tired, practically exhausted. So where is this artifact now? I have placed it inside a protective sarcophagus, what he's standing in front of now. More reliable than the previous repository. Unfortunately, an artifact as powerful as this one could not be destroyed under the circumstances, or rather, I have no assurances that it would not disintegrate every one of us and scatter across several light hours of neighboring space. Once we are off the ship, I will absolutely find a way to destroy the vile thing. Is this another thing of the sort, I wonder? I don't want to risk it. We could lay mines in what remains of the ship, blast it along with the artifact from a safe distance. I have the resources and knowledge to do it. What about me and the crew? Will you take us with you? Yeah, I can, as long as you don't go crazy. I'll take you aboard my ship, and my word is law there. No one will dare take issue with you, despite the mutations. Thank you, Lord Captain. Iconoclast 5 gained 189 experience. I was gonna say, I wonder if the shards of the sword or something is in there. But I'm not even gonna risk that. Like, I would love to know what chaos artifact is in there. But screw it. So there's supposedly more loot up here. Yeah, 2 corpses and 1 thing of goods. Just a bunch of stuff to sell, which, once again, I am fine with. But it doesn't look like we're going to get too much more out of here.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
But that was interesting. Like, one very hard battle for what I have, and then that. I do wonder if taking the mutants aboard my ship is going to be bad for me long term, but blew that thing up. Now all the space dust. Some fuel. More fuel. I think all we're gonna find in these is fuel. Yeah. That being said, a lot of fuel. And then what's on the planet? Looks like an ice planet? Oh, I don't even know what this is. But it has plasteel. 4 plasteel. I have 9 extractium. I might as well take it. How are colonies doing? Fallstone's about 60% done with that, and Janus is 33%. Okay. Chart new routes. I got 14 for that. Dumped cargo is here. So I'm wondering if I should go to this little section and then come over here. Save Eldari survivors, and then Kavia Gamma. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring it down to safe. Let's go to Silence of Surrogate. My apologies, Lord Captain. The enforcers report that your pet Eldari is in a... They're not my pet. Is in a foul mood and moving towards the captain's bridge. We didn't dare stop her, but I expect you'll have a difficult conversation ahead of you. Okay, how's this gonna go?
Please spare me a brief moment of your time, Elantak.
Okay. Exhaustion and anger set upon her brow.
Azurion knows that I do not care about the curious glances of Monkey. I grew inured to them back in the blossoming gardens of the Lilithon. They curse me from afar. They follow my every move. They ward themselves against me. Let them. After all, what can be done with such weak-minded, primitive creatures?
It's kind of funny that they call us monkey. You know, monkeys.
And still, one monkey stunt has caused the cup of my patience to spill over. She dared to approach me, to speak to me, and touching my hand, she suggested that we withdraw somewhere private. She wanted... Morag. The mere memory of it stirs up a tempest in my soul.
Oh! Oh! And it was a female officer at that. I don't like any of these answers. Once again, I don't like any of these answers. I would lean towards one if it wasn't fraternizing with it. If it wasn't the whole unspeakable heresy part. If it was just, show me this woman and she will be duly punished for, you know, not doing things in correct order of, like, just trying to talk to you first type deal. I suppose we'll go with 3. They have behaved wrong. I apologize for it. What can we do?
I accept your words, Elantak. And still, try to imagine, Elantak, being lusted after by a wild beast. It is foul, disgusting, so vile that it makes your very soul shudder.
You know, I understand that it was unpleasant for you, but that doesn't mean that all humans are animals.
No. Your kind, simple souls and narrow minds are the root of all these flaws.
If you say so.
Narrow minds and simple souls. Every day, I feel as if I am caught in a trap, surrounded by a pack of wild animals. I am prepared to pay this price to find my kin, but everything has its limit.
And once again, I kinda wish we could combine these. I'll speak. I would talk to my subjects, and that particular thing won't happen again. But I also don't think she fully understands humans. And I'm gonna lean towards I don't think you fully understand humans.
I have walked the path of awakening, Elantark, and learned to see that which is hidden and hear that which is unspoken. When I found myself on the Lilithon, I watched your kind long enough to understand the true nature of Monkey. I do not think you can tell me anything I do not already know. Nevertheless, I will not protest. Conversations with you are the only thing on this ship that can ease my solitude.
Oh, let's see here. I mean, both of those are right. Both of these are right. I'm not sure these fit the situation, but the unknown can be the most frightening things of all, and we all sometimes struggle to understand the motives behind our own action. Both of these are very right. Where do we go with this? Where do we go with this? I feel like calling her Xenos wouldn't be the right thing, but nonetheless, she is calling us monkeys and stuff to our face nonetheless. So maybe we go with that. We strive to understand the unknown. Go with that.
Had any of them wished to understand my nature, they would have already run away in fear from one who walks the path of the outcast. But they are just trying to provoke me, hurt me. No. Monkey are driven by their instincts. To survive, to breed, to ensure the preservation of their species and the annihilation of those who threaten them. It is neither good nor bad. It simply is.
Still find it hilarious that she's calling us monkeys. It might be written differently, but she's calling us monkeys. We'll go with this. Sometimes we struggle to understand the motives behind our own actions.
It was emotions that once brought down my kind, Elantark, toppling us from our pedestal as rulers of the galaxy. Indulging your weaknesses or whims does not make your species any more attractive.
But all humans are different. My people's interest in you is not intended to be an insult.
Elantark, please understand that I do not find Monkey attractive. The mere thought of being intimate with one of your kind.
You don't need to. You don't need to. It was just not supposed to be an insult. Just think of it like that. Maybe.
Our conversation has only proved my point, Elantark. That Monkey and the children of Azurian are as different as night and day. Eldari do not simply see the world differently. They see more than any monkey can ever comprehend.
And what do you see in the world around us that I do not? That I would like to know.
What do I see? Your words ring with the desire to know the soul of another. But will you be able to comprehend my answer?
Well, let's find out, shall we?
I will need time to put the entire truth of this world into the meager language to which your ears are accustomed. When I find my answer, I will pay you a visit.
Fair. Well, no one got shot. I think we did all right. No one stormed off in anger and no one got shot or stabbed. With her, I think that's a plus, right? Hey, it's a red dwarf, I think. Let's check the planets out. Scan. Give me experience. There is Phlogiston. And supplies. Archaeotech mechanism fragment. Surviving piece of a mechanism of unknown purpose. Discovered among the wreckage of an ancient Imperial vessel on one of the planets. Okay. So I'm sure that's going to have other uses. What's Phlogiston? Because it's not one of the resources up here. Oh yeah, it is. It's one of the rarer ones. From a desert world. Okay. to this world. Ash World. Nothing here but experience. Cool. And then Magma World. Desert World. Has Promethium. I needed Promethium for a trade. Fuel for the Faithful. Profit factor +2. And then this one here is, I think, me buying the profit factor. Or me buying the provisions ×10, so I'm holding off on that until I really need it. And then this is like an asteroid or an ice world. Planetoid. With more plasteel. It's only 2 plasteel. I don't think I'm going to take this. It's only 2. And I have 9 plasteel as is. I can always come back to these. Chart new routes. Oh, can I really only go to this one? So, I don't want to go this way. I wanted... Actually, what is this? Mundus Nullus system. I wanted to go over here. Particularly to Kronok. So, do I need to go here, then back to Illicos Epsilon, then up to the Prophecy to be able to get to 100 Dreams? Or do you think that Langrian's Belt will go up to 100 Dreams? Screw it. I'm going to do it this way. Lord Captain, I receive reports about malfunctions among various ship systems. This time we are dealing with inexplicable temperature fluctuations. Thermal control failures were observed not only in individual compartments, but even in soldiers' protective equipment. Several crew members have suffered from frostbite and burns. Tech priests are performing rites of machine spirit purification to remain convinced that the issues were caused by the spirit's defiance, and reports claim that incident will remain well within the scope of expected performance parameters over the last few days. Complaints about malfunctioning thermal controls have dwindled, but crew members have started whispering about vessel is haunted. Again, Tech Priest's assurances that machine spirit tempers are to blame and nothing swayed the ridiculous rumors. Oh, I'm back on the bridge. Ship's haunted. Oh! This can't be good if ship's haunted and then I'm going into my pool to bathe. Oh, yay, blood. Cool little glitch there. Why is blood going into my pool? Why is there blood right there, guys? Hey, everyone. The hell is going on? Sorback, how could you let this happen? An assassination attempt upon the rogue trader in his own chambers, right under the noses of your enforcers. A growl rumbles in Abelard's throat. An unforgivable error. I accept full responsibility and ask for due punishment. I want an explanation, not vain chastisement. Put that weapon away and report. Understood, Lord Captain. Reporting. All adjacent decks have been isolated. We have begun our search for the culprit and have set up investigation headquarters on the officer's deck. The substance has been analyzed and confirmed for blood containing traces of major mutations. While it possesses no risk to infection to your lordship, the very presence of such genetic aberration on board is a serious threat to the safety of the ship and must be addressed promptly. Once word of this gets out, many of the crew members will surely see it as a brazen challenge to your status as rogue trader. What genetic aberration? The heresy of mutation mutants are vicious beasts who saw only ruin and death. They are devoid of all humanity. The blood The vile blood that runs through their veins feed the unclean thoughts of urges. Numerous accounts speak of entire colonies falling prey to blood uprisings staged by these creatures because their governors were too squeamish to order genetic purges. You don't say. I wonder why somebody we don't consider human and exterminate by the thousands would think to revolt. What a crazy mystery. Alas. But the Imperium's enemies are not limited to those outside its borders. Mutants can become a considerable threat, especially when given the chance to organize. The heretics have revealed themselves and are eager to fight. Then fight we shall. Let the vessel be purged of their filth. Was this really an assassination attempt? Then they would have filled the bath with acid or poison instead. There are easier ways to kill someone than drowning them in blood, as foul as the blood may be. I beg to differ. Were something of this sort to happen to me, my heart would surely stop. Okay, what do we do next? Lord Captain, this incident has cast a shadow on our honor. We ask for only one thing, a chance to absolve ourselves of guilt. Allow me to head the officer's deck at once, so I may lead the investigation personally. Lord Captain, on a previous occasion, it was your intervention that solved the matter to my own rigidity that had only succeeded to make it worse. With all due respect to Miss Sauerbeck, perhaps she would benefit from your fresh perspective. Seneschal, do you really think so little of me that you would rob myself of a chance to defend my honor? You know what? If they want to challenge me, I'll take that into my own hands. You see a look of horror in her eyes. Lord Captain, I implore you, this was my mistake. If you rectify it for me, I will be disgraced. Could it ever be a disgrace to face a challenge shoulder to shoulder with your lord? I had not considered it like that. Your resolve is commendable. I await your arrival at the headquarters on officer's deck to brief your current progress. Okay, so we gotta take care of this. Absolution in blood. Lead the investigation. Oh, I did not want to click this. Back to Voidship. Let's get this slightly started off at least and see where this is going to go. I don't think I've been to the officer's deck, have I? I need to go all the way over here. Another compartment. Officer's deck. Yeah, these folk can join me. And what's waiting for us here? Oh, that's where this is, okay. Sauerbeck barks at the enforcers gathered before you. His lordship, rogue trader, wishes to handle the investigation personally. Lord Captain, 3 officers before you have been tasked with conducting the investigation. First, Lord Captain Klein is veteran with record quelled uprising of mutant abominations in the colonies. Genevieve is young, but she has already preempted several mutinies among the ship's rebel. And then there's Hirocto. Interrogation skills deserve credit and knows how to instill fear and respect firmly in the minds in the riffraff. I don't like him. After carefully addressing the officers' bearing and their uniforms, Abelard nods with satisfaction. The drilling is good, the service record is excellent, let's see how they perform in the fields. What have you found thus far? We have discovered that a worker's corpse, mutilated and desiccated. We are still looking into the man's identity and position, but chirurgeons report that confirm that among all the blood that was pumped into your bathwater, the Blood King mutation was indeed his. Workers from nearby decks have all checked for genetic aberration. Mutations identified were all a norm for laboring masses. They are being rounded up and interrogated as we speak. Even taking into account neighboring decks, that constitutes hundreds of people. How do you plan to question them all? Our interrogation techniques are broad and varied. However, nothing loosens tongue like corporal punishments, beatings, mutilation, torture, and public executions. When combined with psychological pressure, such methods work wonder. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Especially considering most of these people are probably going to know nothing, so stop that stupid stuff. Lord Captain, these methods may be brutal, but their effectiveness has been proven over centuries. No criminal will confess if you ask them politely, but if you shatter their finger and courteously remind them how many unshattered bones they still have left in their body, that is a different conversation altogether. Now, that is how the truth is born. I have faith that you have other ways of finding the truth. As you command, Captain. Now, do you have any working theories? Mutants are plotting. They've been breeding like void rats, so they keep getting cocky. Must have wanted to infect your lordship with the plague. It wasn't an attempt on the Lord Captain's life, it was a threat. The rebel are planning a revolt, so if they're trying to terrorize us, soon you will drown in blood. The insurgents pride themselves on such metaphors. I doubt that's it. Meanwhile, Haruto is convinced that it was the work of Voidrigger's surviving cultists. I believe this to be a warning of rather than a threat. We need to establish who is trying to warn us and of what. So who do you propose we investigate first? The body, once we have ascertained that a dead man's identity, we'll be able to locate his associates and narrow down the number of suspects. Klein is in charge of examining the corpse. The body was discovered on a suspended platform not far from the room with Armillary Sphere. Take the left once you're out of the mess hall, your lordship. Go to the balcony. The corpse will be on the next platform. Once after the one you're holding, the Infernus Guild suspects. I'll show you this scene once you're there. The Infernus Guild suspects. Yes, your lordship. They are undergoing interrogation like all the rest. They refuse to comply, so they were isolated on a separate platform. The Inferni are a rotten bunch, so they must be involved in this. Okay. My people are at your disposal. This is going to be interesting. So it's a whodunit situation, huh?
Intriguing.
Oh, might as well go take the goods that are down here. Be funny if the eagle could get those.
Crimson, black, cerulean, grey. It has all become an ugly whirlwind of muck. Rage and despair have poisoned the bay.
Yep.
And treason has poisoned the whole damn ship. In the interest of dealing with it, I will try my best to ignore this ugly whirlwind you speak of.
I commend you for that one.
Embrace true
So is it
power.
this way? It's kind of a whodunit situation. Technomats. Nah, those are just technomats. Oh, Generve. Might be able to talk to them about something. That'll be something in my
I
back
tread a
pocket.
path unexplored.
So this is where the body is. We'll probably pick up from this next time with the whole whodunit situation and who bathed me in blood situation. Feels like this will probably be a good pickup from point, and we'll see what we can do from here. I did want to do more space exploration, but this whole thing happened. And we'll go from here. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time. And please, have a good one.